Hey guys, we have another awesome recipe today. Today we are doing shepherd's pie. So a few people have asked about doing a shepherd's pie recipe and I'm here to deliver. And I hope you like what you see. I'm going to go ahead and show you the copy. It's already done. And this is it. And it looks absolutely scrumptious. I don't know how well you can see, but I just literally finished making it. I hope you really enjoy it. Please make the recipe, like, share, and subscribe. We've already surpassed 600 followers and I'm like just elated and over the moon. I'm so excited about that. Tonight is Shabbos, so on this recipe, you will not see me actually cut into it or have someone cut into it so you can see what it looks like afterward. But it's guaranteed to knock you off your feet. Let's go. Here we go, everyone. So here's a pound of ground beef. I have about 4 large potatoes, russet potatoes, sliced and chopped in medium-sized pieces, I guess, to be boiled. We have 1/4 cup of green bell pepper, same 1/4 and 1/4 of orange and red bell pepper. We have some cubes of sofrito. And I have given a recipe for that, so if you don't know what it is, this is a sofrito, okay? And you need to look up the recipe for that if you want to incorporate that into this shepherd's pie. I have 1/4 cup of onion, yellow bell pepper. I'm also using a drippings from chicken that I had baked in the oven. I always save it because I use it for flavorful, for adding flavor to my meals. I'm also going to be using this beef flavored stock to add. And I'm going to be using garlic, cayenne pepper, sazon, and adobo, and a little bit of tomato paste. So here we go. Okay, first thing you want to do is place your pot on stove and you want to bring it up to medium high, which I already have. Okay, you want to bring that up to a boil, and before it gets to a boil, you want to add a teaspoon of kosher sea salt. Okay. Once this comes to a boil, what you're going to do is let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. You want to make sure you fork through the potatoes and they should enter the potato very smoothly. Once they're done, turn it off and go ahead and drain the potatoes, and we'll go back and discuss what happens next. Now, while the potatoes are preparing to be boiled, we're going to add our ground beef. This is about a pound of ground beef to your skillet or pan or what have you. Make sure you get all of it. Let's begin adding our vegetables that are going to be sauteing in the meat while it is cooking. Here's onion, red pepper, yellow pepper, orange pepper, and green pepper. I'm also going to add the sofrito that I showed you earlier. Let's get that right in there. Sofrito is going to give it an abundance of flavor as well. And I'm going to add a teaspoon of garlic, minced garlic, just one. Let's incorporate all of these flavors together here. Get them all mixed in. Now that we've combined our vegetables quite well, what we're going to do now is start incorporating our seasonings. So I'm going to use first some adobo, and I'm just going to lightly coat the top of the meat and vegetables. I'm going to use some sazon, and again lightly coat the top. And I'm going to throw in just a hint of cayenne pepper. There's no need to add any sea salt in case you guys are wondering. We're not going to be adding any sea salt. So at this time, I'm going to now incorporate about a good 2 teaspoons of tomato paste. Let's mix all of our seasonings. Remember guys, this is going to be very flavorful. So just mix it up so it can saute and cook with the meat. And at this time, I'm going to show you the potatoes as they are actually boiling. I'm just going to turn the camera over and you can see. There we go. And so they've been cooking now for about a good 5 minutes. Still have some more time to go. All right. While this is brewing here, I'm going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of the chicken broth that I had made. And here's 1 and 2. Let's mix this together here. Get it all incorporated. And for a little bit more beef flavor, I'm adding the beef flavor stock cube. Got to break it up a little bit. This is it, guys, in case you want to know. Got to break this thing up a little bit, add it to the mix here so it can dissolve in. It also has salt in this, so you don't want to add any additional salt to your mix. We're going to go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons worth of flour to our mix. And let's get it mixed in there pretty good because you don't want it to clump up. And what this is going to do is just thicken our meat and vegetables to a really nice gravy-like consistency. You don't want it to be too wet. And I still have to add the frozen vegetables. And now we're going to add our frozen vegetables, and there they are. And let's get those well incorporated into the meat and vegetable mixture. Yeah, it's nice and thick now due to adding the flour, which is what I want to see before I go ahead and place this in a baking dish until my potatoes are ready. Let's fork through our potatoes and they are done. I mean, it's coming out very, very smoothly, just like this. So we're going to go ahead and take these out and strain them, and we're going to go ahead and do the next step. We're going to go ahead and add our meat mixture into the baking dish. Flatten that out. Okay, so we're flattening out the meat in the baking dish. Want to leave plenty of room for our potatoes. All right. This is looking scrumptious and definitely smells scrumptious. All right. On to the next episode. All right, we got our potatoes here. We're gonna add about 1/4 cup of cashew milk. I'm gonna add 2 eggs. another teaspoon of garlic, minced garlic. I'm gonna add, I guess, a teaspoon of black pepper, if I can get it all in there. I don't mind having the black speckles in my mashed potatoes. Some people do. It's up to you. You do it according to however you like. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. All right, and let's go ahead and get to mashing. I'm gonna get this mixed in very well. And once you get your potatoes mashed to how you want them to be, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of margarine. We're gonna mix our margarine in with these mashed potatoes. Once you get it all mixed, we're gonna go ahead and start layering it on top of the meat in the casserole dish. Now it's time to smooth our potato mix onto our meat mix in the casserole dish. Okay, I got it coated evenly on top with the mashed potatoes, and now I'm just gonna fork through just to give it a little edge that can get crispy and brown as it cooks. And here is our shepherd's pie. Before I place it in the oven, I got a baking dish and I kind of put it onto a flat baking dish with foil just in case there's any spillage or run over. Okay, so this is what our shepherd's pie is looking like this far before I place it in the oven. Yeah, alrighty guys. Your oven should be preheated to 350 degrees. You'll let this bake until it is really nice and crispy on top. That should be anywhere in between 20 to 40 minutes. It depends on you and your oven, so you'll want to check your shepherd's pie as it's cooking. I check every 10 minutes or so. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, and here is the finished product. Would you look at that? Oh, there was a little bit of spillage, but oh my goodness, it came out just perfectly. Wow. All right, and I would cut into this to show you what it looks like, but I cannot do that because this is part of our Shabbos meal, and we're saving it just for that. Alrighty, guys, until our next episode of the next recipe, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.